haven't got my tanks in position because the first ones were killed by the Tesla towers, Tesla coils.
Battle control initialized.
Hello there, comrades and cannon fodder. It's Dvoid here. I've got a couple of 1v1 multiplayer games I'm going to show. The first game is on Scorched Earth. I'm using Russia and my opponent's using Ukraine for this one. I've got my rifles moving straight out. My opponent's doing the same. I've sent 4. My opponent's sending, it looks like, all his rifles before he's sending his engineer. I've sent 4 out. And the rifle on this side has revealed the enemy. So I've got my engineer here and I thought, actually, he's a bit vulnerable. Look, the enemy are this side, so I had to just put him that side first. And I've got these guys looking for the enemy engineer who hasn't been trained yet. And there we go, I've got a... Let's just have a look at... It's only 18 to 16 in 17... No, it's 17 each. In fact, I've got 16 rifles. Yeah, we're losing some. Just looked like he had more, but... No. So I thought I'm pretty safe. Like I thought my enemy was gathering his rifles here, like, because you know I've seen that, and plus the first rifle revealed them. So I thought I may as well try and go for the hospital and maybe even this. But I've got these rifle scouts are here looking, searching for a target. And I've taken the hospital in the centre. My opponent's just left this here now. I was worried in case he was going to go for a power plant. That's why groups of rifles like this are here. But I'm actually moving out to my guard positions now. My opponent's capturing his oil derrick. Yes, my opponent's engineer... Oh, he changed direction. That's a shame, because he was going in the right direction to start with. My engineer's in the middle. And my oil derrick's under attack, but I'm actually sending my rifles to respond because, you know, it'll take a while to destroy an oil derrick with rifles, so I'm sending these guys. And it's actually, well, it's got most of my rifles away from there, so it's done right. And now he's got an APC. Yes, and he caught it just in time. Yeah, I mean, I nearly had it, but that was a bit of a risk. I shouldn't really be taking those kind of risks, messing about. Look at that, that was like an 8 squash at least. Missiles were ready for him in the second ranks, though. The second formation... These were just the skirmishers, and I thought, well, I've lost my engineer, I'll take this out, but I haven't captured this, so I should have really used my engineer, because I've destroyed the enemy scout vehicle. I should have used my APC and engineer, and trained an engineer, and captured both, or tried to. In fact... I'm still likely to... Yeah, I'm training an engineer now anyway, so I do want to capture this. Yeah, my opponent's sending his rifles back. He doesn't want to lose them to a scout vehicle for nothing. And that's good thinking, because why lose a bunch of infantry? You know, you'll lose, say, 10 men, you'll lose 1,000 in army value for nothing. But I escorted the engineer quite well. There's 4 riflemen and a rocket soldier there with him, so it took out this guy. And now these guys are free to move forward. Let's just have a look at some early army value. 5,000 to 4,000. 6,000 to 4,700. My opponent's attacking the hospital. So now I'm thinking I need to gather my forces together, because I know this player's likes to base push and is quite aggressive. So I need to group my forces together. But why he sent his APC so far ahead on its own, I don't know. If I'd have known this was such a small force, I would have taken it out. But I did have this rifleman here, look, to investigate. I'm at 9,000 army value, my opponent's at 3,800, 3,900. My opponent's at 4,000 now. I'm at 11,000, my opponent's at 4,000, 5,000. So I should have attacked and taken advantage of this, but I saw these forces moving and attacking my hospital and stuff and thought I was in more danger than that. You know, but his army value was nothing. And I'm hurrying to arrange a grenadier drop while a battle is starting, and I thought I am taking a big chance here. If I start to mess it up because I'm arranging this and lose the main engagement for the sake of that, I wasn't sure. And this is looking, you know, very uncertain, the outcome of this. But it turns one way or another, the engagement will turn, and you know, I chose to commit, but I'm sending my APC off on his way and getting tanks. They're essential that you have tanks at the front line, absolutely essential, and get away from the base defences. See, it's taken a while to actually destroy that thing. He's getting a few shots off, so it's not a powerful force that I've got by any means. Now, I'm destroying them as I go, but I completely moved through them, and he's not at low power, moved through them and allowed him to take advantage. But I'm seeing tanks. His ore trucks, why is it going in that direction? I didn't know. But I wasn't letting it distract me and take me over this way as if I was to look for an expansion, apart from the fact that I'd already done so myself. But I wouldn't have done that. If I hadn't expanded that far, I wouldn't have followed that ore truck. And the grenadier drop is attacking. There's a power plant. Orders to scout, look. And there's another power plant, and he's called it. It was just like a pretty harsh situation that he probably found himself in, and his army value was never quite right. I'm not sure what was up that time. You know, his army value wasn't quite up to his usual standard. That was the army graph, look. Here's the earnings graph. My finishing army, a few tanks, 4 or something. I've got my APC still. I've got my second engineer that I trained, and my grenadiers, and a few infantry. Combat chart, I killed 91, my opponent killed 82. I've got a 10,000 army value, destroyed 26,000 excuse me, of my opponent's assets. My opponent destroyed 13,000 of mine. No support powers in effect. I'm still producing tanks, barracks, standard stuff. I earned 49,000. My opponent earned 39,000. Still got 2 oil derricks in action, and I'm at 29 actions per minute. My opponent's at 39 actions per minute, but I've got 9 grand. My opponent's got over 2.5 grand. So there you go. There's the first game, and I'll just carry on quickly to the second battle for you. Here we go. This was the last game I fought. So my opponent, this is the rematch. My opponent chose this map. He's on Devils Marsh, we're on, and I'm using Russia. My opponent's using Ukraine. And I do like this map, but when I saw my opponent pick this one, I had a bit of I wasn't sure because I'm not great on this map, but I do like it. It's not a map I've practiced on for ages at all, and I thought, well, if he has, then he'll have a nice, he'll do well on it, because it's a very good map. If you know how to use it and you've got a nice routine for expanding, you can use these ore patches as you aggressively base push, just like this player does. So this map probably suits him fairly well. But we'll see how it goes anyway. I won't spoil anything. I've got my engineer going to the closest oil derrick. I've sent out a usual group of riflemen. And my opponent's done the same. He's sent out 2 rifles, though, and 1 engineer. So he's got a very specific build, unusual, not like his usual builds. He usually has a long stream of rifles, so that's different already. And these guys are merely moving to intercept my engineer. Hopefully on the way from here, that's what this guy's for. And this guy is to get him if he goes for the hospital. And my guys are looking for the enemy engineer, and obviously he's over here. Now I've taken that. My engineer's going to sneak past him unless he gets diverted. He's not on a very good route for that. He should have gone this way and to look for the engineer, because most players would send it this way. Or through here like I have. See, he's following it sort of thing. There's my opponent's engineer. And where's this rifleman going? Out of the... not into the right direction anyway. But I'm taking my second oil derrick. My opponent's engineer isn't on his way anywhere. He's just relaxing in the base by the looks of it. Oh, he's got an APC. Interesting. Well, he can clear out oil derricks with the APC before he sends him in. Yeah, that's ideal. Look, perfect. Now, I should have paid attention and used him. But I was worried about these guys and my engineer. They have to run away because they've only got rifles and he'll gun them all down. But I'm bringing my rocket troops up, so I didn't have time. He got away. Very nice. Now the engineers captured that. And like I say, I was busy. Now his engineer's safe. There's no repair bay yet to repair the APC. So it's in a bad way. I should have... I didn't notice that. Because he's obviously on his way here. Let's see. I thought he was... actually, I remember. I thought he was sniping at rifle guards. And he's actually on his way. I noticed, obviously, he's capturing there. And I was thinking of taking this. While one's being taken away from me. Right behind me. There you go, he's on the move again. And there's a rifle guard. Yeah, that APC's hanging on. Yeah, I'm capturing this oil derrick. Now he's got a repair bay, he should fix the APC. And here we go, we've got an MCV moving forward, look, he's actually securing the oil derrick. Now that killed my engineer before he could get inside the APC. Sadly, he got fried. Cooked in the doorway. And I'm falling back, because I don't want to take on a base push with this. And now I've got my second MCVs rolling out. Now my opponent's got one barracks at this point. I should be building my fourth. There's my fourth barracks, and now I'll be training my fourth refinery, which is the first expansion refinery, and my opponent's setting one up here. It looks like he's on an expansion on the far side. That's a good position where he's got it. Nice and forward. Yeah, he's repaired the APC. And I didn't set up a Gren drop this time. At this point, where my APC was empty, and I was just scouting around, my cash supply couldn't support a Grenadier drop right now. And I wasn't feeling particularly on the offensive side. I wanted to secure an economy. I was just starting to get heavy tanks rolling out. So now, this is early game, but let's check army values. My opponent's at 8.5, I'm at 13.5 army value. And he's attacking an oil derrick. So I've got the advantage here. I should have gone for a Gren drop, but like I say, my cash supply couldn't support it at that point. Now, this is on its way back. I'm gathering every unit I possibly can. My opponent's at 10,000, I'm at 13.9. My opponent's at 11, I'm at 15. So I thought, right, well, I'm driving him back okay. He's got... These forces aren't that impressive. And I'm bringing my MCV forward. I wanted to move to a forward expansion. I mean, I've left these ore patches here, but they're close enough to do a bit of long distance mining without it being too much, too long distance. And I'm moving forward 12,000 to 18 in my favour. Now I've lost my APC and a heavy tank to Tesla fire, to Tesla zaps. There we go. Now my opponent's chosen a perfect position to attack from. I haven't got my tanks in position because the first ones were killed by the Tesla towers, Tesla coils. Now Tesla coils killed another. That's terrible. I've just been really badly hit there. Now it does look like I've got this engagement but I lost a lot of troops. I'm at 8,000, my opponent's at 5. So at this point I'm thinking, oh, that's alright. I've actually luckily managed to hold on. And now I'm trying to destroy this, but I'm thinking luckily I've held on. That nearly turned against me, that particular engagement. Now let's see, my opponent's not in low power yet. 4,000 to my opponent, 9,000 to me. So I'm attacking ore trucks, destroying them, but I don't want to take out the refinery. We'll see. I'm not close to radar dome quite yet though, I don't think. I'm building my war factory, so I should have destroyed this and moved on. But I actually kept it alive. I think... Let me see, what we're producing... Yeah, I moved up here. Right, and I thought I need to switch up and attack on the other side. So I'm bringing an MCV forward and these units, and I thought I should really take that lot out. But I sent an engineer and some units here, look. There we go, we've got the capture, and there's a couple of ore trucks there actually mining about to start mining immediately, so he's still got an expansion there. But, oh look, they're gonna crush the engineer. That saved that very nicely. Now this force here, I could have actually defeated them if those tanks were in a good position to start with. In fact, that's not... Yeah, that's a shame. I got kind of outmaneuvered there. I wasn't paying attention. I think I was busy here and wondering what happened to my engineer. So, and I'm also not destroying these. Now I've got my radar dome, and this is still alive. But the enemy, let's have a look at army values quickly. I'm at 12,000, my opponent's at 7. So he's fought with a smaller army value all this time. And held on. So now I've taken out a power plants. I'm here, got a decent position, but my thieves, one's there and one's here. But thankfully, he didn't push his attack here. Thankfully. Now I'm attacking here, but taking losses to flame towers. Now I'm trying to get these thieves into action, and there's the closest. He was gone down. Now these tanks are moving in. Thieves running away. No point wasting 500 credit unit. Now these units have got to fall back. I'm at 11,000, my opponent's at 10. I'm at 12 again, at 11. Now I'm at 9,900, my opponent's at 10,000. So he's just taken the lead. And here's these two thieves trying to get away without running back here. And without troops, that's, yeah, he's good, did well getting back there. Now we're at 10,000 army value each. And I keep calling all my units together, and it's making these thieves move this way. And basically, look, he's got base defences, that's perfect. There's nothing, these thieves are running to their doom, sadly. He knows who he's up against, so, and I've even left him there, look. Yeah, that was pitiful. It's possible they could have made it into this one here, but I'm attacking on this side because I know where his forces are moved over there. But he's at 12,000, he's ahead now, and I thought there's a small eco raid, but I've got a thief as well. So just in case he makes it, yeah, my opponent hasn't got any cash. Right, so now all those thieves are wasted time and wasted effort. So that is working against me. And my engineer is having to fall back. And don't fix that. I think I've made a mistake. No, I haven't, thankfully. He's going to repair that. Take the hospital, I mean. At least I'm making use of him. But I'm having to regroup, and my opponent's at 14,000, I'm at 11, and I've got him in a attack here, but these should have moved in, and he's actually gets to take out one half, rather than taking both on like should have happened. It was like I was slipped up, because I'd normally, and now I am doing it okay here, I can take him on between these two forces. But he's got a larger army value, so he's cutting through my defences here quite nicely. Now he's destroyed the defenders at the base. And now I'm worrying about what moment to escape, and it's too late, I've lost the construction yard. Now I'm moving my tanks up, and at this force here, and we're at 10,000 each again, so I've managed to even it out, and I've moved my tanks forward and got them with my troops, and I've overwhelmed this force and knocked them back. But they did destroy a conyard, but it's not worth it if you lose an army to do it. I can soon replace it. And my opponent's at 7,100, I'm at 9,800, now I'm at 10,000, so I've turned the scale of that this battle around again, the army values, but I'm attacking and I'm seeing he's got solid defences. Now I'm building a thief straight away. So let's see what the situation is now. I'm losing cash. Look, I'm running out of supplies. My ore trucks aren't where the ore is focused. So I need this cash. My opponent's got 2.5 grand, and I took a grand summits. And I'm attacking here, and I've got the advantage. Now I've taken some more. That was 6 summits, I think. 5 or 6 something. Right, now that's okay. But I've noticed I'm actually losing now. And leg it. That was okay. That was okay. Not too bad. I didn't ruin it too much. But if I'd have... Let's see. I haven't got any other assets. My money... It's my cash. I'm running low. Now my army value's at 5 grand. My opponent's at 11. This is a problem. So my economy, I'm at 3 grand. So the steel was worth it. And I'm at 7. My opponent's at 9 grand. 8 grand. And so I've destroyed their attack force. I'm at 5 grand, they're at 6. I'm at 6, they're at 6. So I've destroyed that attack force, we're at 6 grand each. But he's attacking on this side. And he's targeting exactly what he should be. He's going for my ore trucks. And look, I'm moving that out the way, so I'm aware of it. But he's moving forward on this side. And he's defending this side nicely. I can't attack, because I've only got 1 tank, and the second one's arriving. So I couldn't attack, but I'm eager and desperate to attack. And I've got a V2. So here we go, I'm bringing in my forces. These guys, I had to get them back away from the enemy weapons. And I'm V2 straight into fire range, look. But I'm looking here and I've lost another ore truck to it by the looks of it. But I'm just sustaining that damage at the moment. I'm trying to overrun this, and let's just see the cash situation. I'm at 8 grand, my opponent's at 1, so I shouldn't be doing the thief thing right now. And he sold it just before I got there. My thief got shot in the back. And now my infantry, I'm going to hold up those and use the V2s to kill those troops. I'm bringing in paratroops. There we go, that splattered the lot of them, that was nice that. So now I've got 3 tanks, 5 paratroopers and V2s on this side. I should be okay. Now the thing is, this side I'm being hit by tanks. He's got tanks, so what did he do? He's got 3 war factories. That's what's done it. His tank production outran mine. Now we're at 11,000 army value still, because I've managed to... But now look, he's just overtaken me. And this tank production is what's going to do it. And I noticed I got hit quickly by a force of tanks. and I thought the thieves are still coming, so that was wasted cash. I was in trouble, and I immediately saw, but I've got plenty of cash at the moment. It's just I've been caught out. Killed my thief. My V2s are trying to run. Trying to build infantry here, and I've sort of held on this side, although I've lost all trucks. We've got 8 each still though, so I've got harvesting here, and here I've managed to hold on my economy in the middle here, in this chunk, but this is where the pressure is. Now if we look at the army value, I'm at 5,000, my opponent's at 11. I'm at 4, I'm at 3, 4 again. I'm in trouble here, big time trouble. So yeah, I've just churned out a tank. I'm at 4,600, my opponent's at 10,000. He's not got a great army, to be fair. I'm okay, and I've actually held on here, look. I've lost my war factory though. The fight continues, goes on. There's a tank here, probably ready, waiting for the time to come back. But I've got my ore trucks are all here. I need to get them mining. My opponent's mining. It's his best ore patches here, but he's got plenty of defences. Army value. My opponent's at 13,000. I'm at 8,000. Trying to recover some forces. I've got my first war factory still intact. That's just, he destroyed my second one, and because he's got 3, it's given him even bigger advantage. And my MCV is struggling, he can't escape. Those tank rounds caught him. I was gutted. I think that was like a killer blow. My opponent's at 12, 11,000, I'm at 9. Now we're at 9,000 each, I'm at 10,000. This is crazy. But with that last damage where I have no MCV, because I pushed it and didn't replace the first one, I'm worried about my tank production messing up, and it's left me in this situation where I've got to, I'm assuming I've got to produce an MCV. Yeah, I am, yeah. Yeah, I'm on the attack here, pushing this force of tanks back. My opponent's at 14,000, I'm at 12. And when I reached these structures here and attacked, I thought, where's his army? Why is he not stopping me? So I thought, well, he's somewhere with his army, and tried not to get too mixed in the middle, but I was taking out those structures alright, got him in low power, and then 13,000 to 12, now we're at 12 each, and now he engaged here, look, and I'm in a bad situation. My tanks are out of position, he's caught my troops badly, so that's really hit me badly, that. I moved until my forces were well out of position, and he sold the refinery just before I got to it. So it was bad. That was a bad judgment from me, and it's left me with a 3,000 army value, my opponent with 12. So that moment has done it. After all the fighting to come back and to hold on, and when I was winning and then losing and managing to bring it back, now I've replaced my MCV, but this force, I'm in trouble. Now my army value, I'm at 4,000, my opponent's at 14, so I'm making my final stand, trying to keep these ore trucks away from getting wiped, doing a terrible job. I saved one, look. The second one dropped his cash off at least. And I can't engage because I've not got enough forces, but I've got to attack while he's moving through structures, but I'm just, you know, I've not got enough. Cash situation was what did it in the end. And there you go, concave, surrounded, final stand, crushed, shot, destroyed. And there you go. Now my opponent's got 9 harvesters, I've still got 5. And I'm at 2,000 army value, I've still got some forces. Although my engineers just stood there idle. Made no use of him. He could have taken that. But here we are, there's another few units here attempting to make a stand. And it wouldn't take much to stop that, it's just I haven't got, he's got his tanks, look, you know, his tanks attacking here. And with the loss of the Conyard, and I think not just that last Conyard either, the one before that was a crucial loss. And my failure of judgment when I attacked here, you know. But I've just said to my opponent, well played, I think it's over. Obviously it is, because it's done. It's just I've got not much money, but I've got my radar dome and a airfield radar dome, you know. It's a shame to go out like that, but there's nothing I can do. He's got everything covered. I can't do any infiltrations or stealth engineer captures. There's nothing. He's done a really solid job, a really quality job with this. So I wanted to post this straight away. This was our rematch. So obviously the first game was very short, but this game was a corker. A really good game, and he deserves to have this one shown because it's been a fair few posts where we have had some good games. Yeah, don't get me wrong, but he's been losing a bit. About our last several games, he hasn't won, so I'm almost happy to see him get such a good win and do so well. Here's an infiltration. Let's just see. Oh, the enemy's got 14 grand, so I'll have 7 of it. I've got 8 grand now. There you go, that's something to go out on. Nicely done. And I'm attacking his ore trucks, so I'm on an eco raid. I've stolen half his cash. I've got more money than him, so, you know, I've still got a sting in my tail, you know, as it were. Still not out, not down, but not down, but not out. There you go. You know, took half his cash even in my death throes. So yeah, I've got engineers on the move, look. And I can't build thieves anymore because I haven't got a radar dome, but I'm sending these troops in to see what's going on while my engineer, and that's it though, that's it, it's over. And I called it, you know, it's over, but I was still fighting up to the end. But, you know, sadly it was over. But it was a great game, a great fun battle, and I thought I'd put both games together, sorry, because, you know, I played one straight after the other. We had the first game, and I won fairly quickly, but this second game went on. Look, this is 22 minutes, 49 seconds, so it was a good game. It's just a shame I didn't get to employ a bit more tech, but my opponent, he did really well. It's an excellent example of how to play this map. Look how solid, how well he's protected his base. It's so good. It was a shame I lost because of a judgment call here, where I attacked and I was taking out those power plants and he destroyed me because I wasn't in formation properly. That's a shame, but that, you know, that's what it came down to. It was me who dropped the ball first, you know, so it happens, that's how it goes, but I don't mind. This is one of my favourite opponents, and good on him, I say, well played. But here's the army graph, you can see up and down, look at that, it's like a set of jagged teeth. Look at that, ups and downs or what. Here's the earnings graph, pretty much the same. Interesting. I bet that's probably something to do with infiltration, where I had hardly any money or income, got a nice boost, but because I had hardly any money or income, it dropped off, you know, like. And there's probably my infiltration at the end, where I zoomed up to above my opponent. So there's the earnings graph. My opponent's finishing army. He hasn't got a lot, but he's got about 100 troops, roughly, a bit more. And a group of heavy tanks, so that's fine. Decent enough army. He's got a 23,000 army value. But my opponent killed 598 units. I killed 309. And we've both killed 36 buildings. Very nice. My opponent lost 37 structures. I lost 35. So that's a fight. That's a good fight. How my opponent lost so many, I am not sure, because I don't remember destroying that many, you know. But if it's there, it's there. My opponent destroyed 169,000 worth of my assets, credits worth of my assets. I destroyed 103,000 of their assets, so there's a fair bit of difference there. But that was nice. The buildings lost and buildings killed. That's a nice little number. Support powers, none are in effect because I was using spy plane and paratroopers, but because my airfield isn't there anymore, we've got no support powers. But I did use them. And I did build a couple of V2s, but my opponent's still training rocket soldiers and he's lacing the place with Tesla coils. And he's got 8 ore trucks, he's still got his 2 oil derricks. My opponent earned 186,000, I earned 172, so I kept up in cash. And here's the basics. My opponent's at 42 actions per minute, I'm at 34 actions per minute. So there you go. We've both got a nice bit of cash left because my opponent had a nice bit of cash left and I just decided to take half of it before the end of the game. But, you know, it didn't help. It was just a nice gesture. That's all. You know, that's all. But I hope you enjoyed both games. I enjoyed playing them. Both thoroughly enjoyable, entertaining games. If you like what you saw, give us a sub and a like. And take good care of yourselves, and until next time, goodbye.
Battle control terminated.